Happy hump day. The run continues. 20 and 4 run. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we are here to talk some basketball, baby. You can see the smile on my face. A 3 in 1 day yesterday, a crazy 20 and 4 run. I don't know if I want to talk about it a lot or not talk about it at all. It is absolutely crazy. I want to make this last as long as humanly possible. So we're back to the grind today. What an unbelievable day on the channel. The amount of new subscribers and views and everything, you guys absolutely amaze me. I'm so humbled. I'm blown away. It's just awesome. I don't even have any words to explain it. So thank you guys so incredibly much for the support, all the comments, all the likes, everything. Discord's blowing up. We got a lot of good conversations going on in there. So it's a lot of fun. Let's keep it rolling. And for those new subscribers, we do NFL also. I don't know if you know that, but our week 11 NFL best bets video will be out late Wednesday night. It's out every Wednesday night. We'll give you guys some week 11 trends. Those trends have been unbelievable this year, and we'll give our best bets on my game bet so far this year. I'm up over 11 units, so hopefully I can keep that rolling. So be sure to check that video out. But I'm ready to get going, guys. Before we start, please hit that like button, leave another comment. Let me know your best bets. I got some guys dropping some good NHL bets in the comments, also maybe some UFC and all that. So you got to check it out. But today it is small forward day. That's right. Wednesday is small forward day. We're going to talk some defenses versus small forwards with point guard or points per game and rebounds per game. And then it's Wednesday, hump day, which means it's time for the 3-point shooting, also known as the G's of threes, baby. That's right. And then I'll give you my best bets and we'll end it with the bets recap just so you have it all on one screen. I'm ready to roll. Let's freaking go. It starts with the bets recap. There it is, 3 in 1 day. We had an added play in the pinned comments and Discord and Twitter in case you missed it. But Cat, 8+ rebounds, and Anthony Edwards, 20+ points. Holy cow, was that sweaty. First, Cat only had 2 rebounds at halftime, and Edwards had, I think, I don't know, over 10 points or something after halftime. And I thought it was over. And then Cat decided to end with 9 or 10 rebounds, and Anthony Edwards got his 20th point with in the fourth quarter, late in the game, and he ended exactly on 20. So I will take that win. Thunder and Lakers moneyline parlay. We continue to roll on the moneyline parlays. That was maybe one of my easiest winners of the season. And then Mays, 8+ assists, Holmgren, 12+ points. The only loss we had today was Chet Holmgren. He went 1 of 5 from 3-point range, ended with 9 points. If he would have hit one more three, we sweep the entire board, but it didn't happen. Mays did get it done, though, so I like that look. Something to keep an eye on for Blazers games. He got over 8 assists. And then Halliburton, 10+ assists. Suggs, 10+ points was an added play today. Suggs got his 10th point like early in the second half, but ended on 10 points himself. So luckily we kept it there. And Tyrese Halliburton, 10+ assists. He went over this pretty easily because he is an assist freaking machine. So 20 and 4 run. As you can see in the bottom right, that's the breakdown of all of our bets. Our player props now are up 6.48 units. Moneyline parlays up 3.17 units. Those are the strengths right now for us. Overall record 29 and 20 plus 8.55 units. Let's keep it rolling. Now, before we get into the best bets, let's talk some small forwards. There we go, guys. This is the last 15 days for small forwards. On the left side, you will see the 10 defenses that have given up the most points per game to the small forward position. I know these positions in the NBA can be a little crazy, so that's up to you to decide. Some of these players play like 3 different positions, but the Nets leading the way or not leading the way, giving up 25.45 points to small forwards. That is a tongue twister. Wizards, Jazz, Clippers, Pacers, so on and so on. On the right side, I also gave you the top 10 small forwards averaging the most points per game in the last 15 days. You got Mr. Kevin Durant. Keep in mind, it sounds like Bradley Beal and Devin Booker are both going to be back for today's game. So obviously, 31 points per game might be a little high for him. Other than that, Tatum, Markkanen, Ingram. Be sure to check for some injuries, but right now those guys are the top 10 scorers out of the small forwards. Let's go check out some rebounds now. And there we go. Clippers give up the most rebounds to small forwards at 10.38, the only team giving up over 10 rebounds to that position. 76ers, Knicks, all the way down to the Pacers there, giving up 8.43 rebounds to small forwards. And there we go. On the right side, Asar Thompson, he has been a stud. The rookie for the Pistons, averaging over 10 rebounds per game in the last 15 days. And then we all know number two, Scotty. Scotty Barnes. That's right, baby. And guess what? We will talk about him later again today. 9.8 rebounds. Tatum, Marketing. Porter Jr. is a good rebounder. Eason's probably kind of a surprise there. But yeah, those are the top 10 small forwards, averaging the most rebounds per game. Take another screenshot. Again, we do point guards on Monday, shooting guards Tuesday, small forwards Wednesday, power forwards Thursday, and centers on Friday. So take a screenshot. Hopefully it lasts you until the next week. So we like to do the last 15 days. That's the research help for the small forwards. And now it's time, baby. You know it. Let's talk the G's of threes. There they are, the sharpshooters of the NBA now. A minimum of 40 plus 3 point attempts and 40% or better from the 3 point line. Those are the credentials that we are using for this. So it starts with Steph Curry. He has taken 101 threes in 8 games. I'm not going to read through all these guys, but it goes from most attempts all the way down. And it gives you the percentages there. As you can see, some guys are on fire. How about Hauser? Sam Hauser of the Celtics. 50.9% shooting, 27 for 53 in 8 games. I like to mention how many games they've played in the last 15 days also, so you can kind of get an idea, use some math skills, and see how many they're attempting per game and all that kind of stuff. But it's no surprise. Steph Curry, 101. The next closest is Luka at 83. It's just absolutely bonkers. Steph Curry is still the man, shooting 44.6%. But that's page one. Take a screenshot so you guys can see who is absolutely on fire right now. Let's go to page number 2. And there we go. Look at Grant Williams of the Dallas Mavericks. He doesn't take a ton, but he is shooting 54.3% from 3 point range. And then on the bottom, you will see in green, Grayson Allen of the Phoenix Suns. He is in green because he has the highest percentage in the NBA for anybody who's taken 40 or more 3 point attempts. At 55% is unbelievable. 22 of 40 in 7 games. Again, Beal and Booker are coming back, so keep that in mind if you're trying to look for any props for Grayson Allen. So, other than that, the quarterback for the Falcons, Matt Ryan, is there shooting 48.9%. Good for him, finding a new career. And then Sasser for the Pistons, kind of a surprise, shooting 41.5%. Yeah, and then we got some big numbers here. Jeremy Grant's having a good season for the Portland Blazers, Trail Blazers, sorry. But those are the 2 pages for the G's of threes. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Take some screenshots. I have not released a ton of 3 point props this year, but I do plan on getting a little bit more into it. But yeah, hopefully this leads you through the week and to the weekend, and let's ride some hot hands. So that's what we got. No more talking, though. It's time. Let's get into the best bets. All right, the first game takes us out to Toronto, Canada. We got the Raptors hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks minus 4.5, over under of 226.5 in this game. Against the spread this year, it has been ugly from Milwaukee. 1-8-1. They are the worst against the spread team in the NBA so far, which makes sense because the media and everybody thought this team was going to be unbelievable. But Damian Lillard and losing all the guys they did not make them much better, and I'm not surprised at all. Raptors 5-5 against the spread. I'm not picking a game or a side here. I don't trust any of these teams at all. Like, to put my hard-earned money on any of these teams would be really difficult, especially the Raptors. You're almost let me down in a money line parlay because they barely beat the Wizards. But my bet in this one, it's our boy. Scotty doesn't know that I keep betting on him. That's right. Give me Scotty Barnes, 15 plus points and 8 plus rebounds at minus 106 on FanDuel. Now, let's break this down. Scotty, 15 plus points. He's averaging 20.1 points per game this year. He has scored 15 plus points in 8 of 10 games. OG Anunoby is unlikely to play this game, which also helps. In the last game without Anunoby, Barnes played 38 minutes, so he is going to play and play a lot. He's facing the Bucks team, who are not good on defense at all. What a shocker! You replace Drew Holiday with Damian Lillard, and you're not good on defense. The Bucks giving up the 8th most points to shooting guards, which is what Barnes is. He plays pretty much all over the court, but that's what he's listed at. Now, 8 plus rebounds. He's averaging 9.7 rebounds per game this year. I've mentioned it before, but he has 8 plus rebounds in 9 of 10 games. We just won with him a few days ago. Only game he went under the 8 rebounds was against that Celtics team in a blowout loss. So he's just been money when it comes to getting rebounds. He had 2 at halftime. The game I bet on him, like I mentioned, he had like 14 by the end of the game. The Bucks give up the 7th most rebounds to shooting guards in the league. They have also, this is kind of a crazy stat, they have given up the 5th most offensive rebounds to their opponents, which is a pretty good sign for Mr. Barnes because he's averaging about 3.5, 4 offensive rebounds per game in the last 7 games. Every single rebound counts. So I just love this bet. I thought about going over his points and rebounds, but I think just kind of playing it safe here and still getting close to even money for him to just get 15 and 8. And really, the 15 and 8 line, he's done in 8 of 10 games. He's done this in 80% of his games. I'm getting close to even money. I love the value here. He's got a great matchup at home. Also on the road, the Bucks have given up the sixth most points plus rebounds to their opponents. How about that stat? Check that out on Team Rankings. That's a website I use for a lot of different things. But the Bucks, I'll repeat that, they've given up the sixth most total points and rebounds to their opponents. That means to the whole team, how many points and rebounds have they given up? Not to a certain player or position or anything like that. But the Bucks struggle on the road defensively. Scotty Barnes, no Anunoby is going to play huge minutes. All we need is a game where he gets 15 points and 8 rebounds. Sign me up. All right, before I get into game number 2, just a heads up. I mentioned Scotty Barnes as a shooting guard. He plays both positions. He plays all over the court, but the Milwaukee Bucks do give up a lot of points to both shooting guard and small forward, so it really doesn't matter. And Scotty Barnes grabs rebounds against absolutely everybody. So just want to clarify that. But here we go. Bet number 2 takes us out to the nation's capital. We got the Wizards hosting the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks minus 5.5, over under of 243 in this game. Against the spread, Mavericks 6-5 this year. Wizards 5-5. Not much there. Some notes for this game: the Wizards coming off blowing an enormous, just an absolutely ginormous lead against the Toronto Raptors and losing by 4. Jordan Poole is drowning in his own pool right now. He is literally terrible. He is not fun to watch. He turns the ball over. He just throws up shots. I literally keep making fun of him every time we talk about the Wizards, but my goodness, why is he getting paid so much money? But anyways, Mavericks, second night of a back to back, coming off a 21-point loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. I mean, that's probably why you see a low line of 5.5 because it's a back to back, but I still think that number is too low. Now, my best bet in this game, we're running it back. We are doing a money line parlay. Here is the first leg of the money line parlay, and of course, it's the Dallas Mavericks. That's right. Even if the Mavericks decide to rest one of their stars, which as we record this the night before, there is no word on anybody resting. I'm just going to assume they're all in. But even if they do rest one of those two guys, I still think they can beat this Wizards team because they are awful. No home court advantage for the Washington Wizards. We all know that. The fans don't care. They're 1-2 straight up at home this year. They had their big chance to finally win another game, and they absolutely blew it. I think they come out a little flat here. They just won't have an answer for Luka and Kyrie. The Mavericks are playing better than I thought they would. We'll see how they play against better competition, but they've been playing pretty decent this season. I also expect a good game from Lively, the youngster, the center for the Mavericks, because the Wizards are just so terrible against centers. This is pretty straightforward to me. Mavericks are definitely the better team. Getting a little bit of value on the money line and the spread if you want to bet that because it's the second night of a back to back. It's early in the year. I don't think that matters, especially when you're playing a Wizards team who just traveled to Canada, had a tough loss 2 days ago, and oh, by the way, they freaking suck. So give me the Mavericks money line as my first leg of the money line parlay. All right, here we go. We got a 2-bet special. That's right. I'm going to give you the final leg of the moneyline parlay, and then I have a player prop in this game as well. So here we go. Cavs at Blazers. Cavs minus 9.5. Over under 221.5. Against the spread this year, Cavs have not been very good. They are 3-7 against the spread. They had some injury issues early in the year. Blazers 5-5 ATS. Now some notes for this game. The Cavs are going to be without Darius Garland in this game and Ty Jerome. Obviously, Garland's the big loss there. Blazers still without Malcolm Brogdon, Anthony Simons. They're going to be starting Skylar Mays yet again at point guard. Bet number 2 is continued here, and I'm going to let you know what it is. It's obviously not the Blazers money line. We're going to go Cavs money line, pair it with the Mavericks money line, and you get minus 132 odds. I don't usually like to go this high. It's a little juicy, but to be honest with you guys, minus 132 for a Mavericks team to beat the Wizards and the Cavs to beat the Blazers, that's too good to pass up. If you want to add a third leg to it to make it a little bit better, a safe one, you could do that too. But I just still think minus 132 is too good a value. But Blazers, they're awful, just absolutely awful. They're relying on Jeremy Grant, Shaden Sharp. They got some okay young pieces. They're just not a good team though. Cavs have been a little sluggish to start the year. I do know that. I think Donovan Mitchell has a big game scoring the ball this game. I think he takes over. Blazers lost 4 straight games to the Grizzlies, Kings, Lakers, and Jazz. I mean, they're 9.5 points for a reason. I don't need to explain it. We got Evan Mobley down low, who's going to have a great game. The Blazers are just one of those teams. They're just going to keep getting worse and worse probably as the year goes on, especially if Brogdon and Anthony Simons aren't playing much too. So Give me the Cavs money line. Pair it with the Mavs, and you get minus 132. Now, I have an added bet in this game. It's an under. Now, I'm going to warn you, this is a gut pick for me. It really is. I saw this number and I just thought it was too high. I looked at some stats too, but we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Donovan Mitchell, under 6.5 assists. Yes, I think he's going to score a lot this game, but I think 6.5 assists is too high. Minus 115 on DraftKings. I thought this line would be maybe 5.5, about even money or so. So I love the 6.5 value. I do know Darius Garland is out. I just mentioned that, and that's why there's a bump in this number for him. In the 3 games he's played without Garland this season, he has 4, 3, and 5 assists. He hasn't even reached 6, and I'm getting 6.5 for the under. I think this game is, I mean, it's against the Blazers defense, so he's going to get the ball and realize he can score every single possession. And also, something working in our advantage, this game could be an absolute blowout. Like I said, it's a 9.5 point spread. And if you have a blowout, you love to have the unders. That's right. So give me the under 6.5 assists for Donovan Mitchell as my third and final best bet of the day. There's a lot of injuries and a lot of things, a lot of moving parts. That's why I only got 3 bets right now. Again, like yesterday, if I have an added bet, it will be in the pinned comments. It will be on Twitter and it will be in the Discord. So that's what we got for today. Let's check the bets recap. All right, there it is. Scotty Barnes, baby. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. That's right. 15 plus points, 8 plus rebounds, minus 106 on FanDuel. Let's cash that bet and then go watch the movie Euro Trip. Bet number 2, Mavericks and Cavs. Moneyline parlay, minus 132. Yes, it's a little juicy, but that's just too good to pass up. Those two teams should win easily in their games. And bet number 3, Donovan Mitchell, under 6.5 assists, minus 115 on DraftKings. Again, any added plays will be in the pinned comments below. It'll be in Discord. It'll be in Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. So thank you guys so freaking much for all the support this week and really every day, especially you guys that have been around since the beginning. We've been doing this for about 14 months now, and I cannot thank you enough. So that's what we got. We got the NFL video coming out Wednesday night. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.